it was a constant battle with myself where I'm like, why aren't they understanding me? Why don't they see my worth? What am I missing? And the only thing I was missing was the lesson.
Catching up with Chrissy. Come catch a vibe. Catching up with Chrissy. Catching up. Unlimited passion is what's attracting us. Pull up a seat at the table, come unpack with us. Love and ear and open mind is all I'm asking for. And we learning from each other, it's transactional. Cause knowledge is power and I'm trying to have it all. And give it back, habitual patterns and traditions, yeah we healing that. Empowering everyone around me, yeah I'm into that. So come catch a vibe with me. Come catch a vibe with me. Come catch a vibe with me. We catching up with Chrissy.
Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome back to Catching Up with your girl, Chrissy. We here and we're in your ear. I said it was phony last week, but it sound cool today because it rhymes. I mean, it always rhymes, but I feel like I said it better. Also, one of my students got on me. He was like, he wanted to hear an episode. So when I played for him the episode, he paused it when I said, we here and we're in your ear. He was like, Miss Douglas, that wasn't bussin'. And I was weak because first of all, chill on me. But secondly, I've never heard anybody use bussin' in that context before. I swear, thought it was always related to food. Yo, how's the fries? Bussin'. So I was weak. Shout out to my young king, man. He's going to be fake happy that he's fake on the episode. Can't violate HIPAA, but that's my guy. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for coming to catch a vibe. So this episode is really exciting for me. Every episode is exciting for me, honestly, because it's always a time to share information and unpack. So this week, I've had a lot of discussions with people around feelings of discouragement because they're not in a specific career. They don't have a certain job. The job that they're at doesn't match their degree, or just in general not being in the position they want to be in. And it's interesting because it's something that I get in my head about from time to time. But through therapy and adjusting the way that I think and perceive situations plays a big role in understanding that we are exactly where we're meant to be. And it's okay to think about the future and want more for ourselves, but we don't want to get too caught up in where we want to be that we take for granted the impact we're making right now and the lessons that need to be learned along the way. So I'm ready to dive into that. I'll catch you guys on the other side of this transition. You heard?
We catching up with Chrissy.
Yeah. So I'm actually a little under the weather. I think I got a fake cold. I'm a little stuffy. I thought I was cute earlier this week. The weather, it was high 60s. The sun was out. I was like, I'm popping out today for work. Normally I'll be chilling, but the sun is out. I want to look like some heat. You know what I'm saying? So I did the most. I was like, I ain't going to wear my jacket. I got my little turtleneck, my blazer on. I don't need my jacket. I'm warm, right? And it hit me the next day. So like my grandmother would say, you do not change with the weather, okay? It is fall. Put on your coats and stay warm. But anyway, I just wanted to make this episode to briefly discuss embracing where we are in our journeys because it's exactly where we're meant to be. Like I mentioned, there's a lesson to be learned. There's progression being made. And there's an impact that you're making that you're probably overlooking. For example, in grad school, I was interning at a private practice where I was doing individual counseling. I was co-facilitating girls groups, teen groups, all of that good stuff. And I fell in love with it. And I was like, this is what I want to do. Even my supervisor, Miss Rosemary, hey, Sugar Plum, she was like, Chrissy, this is your calling. You are meant to work with this population. And I became very obsessive after grad school, nah, I need to be doing clinical practice. That's it. But I don't have my license and my current job did not reflect that and does not reflect that. I work in a school district where the population is pretty much suburban. working with children who have social, emotional, and behavioral challenges. And for me, that's not where I want to be. It's not what I want to do. And it's damn sure not the population I want to pour into. No offense, but respectfully. But this is what I signed up for. It's the trap that I'm in. I got to pay bills, got to do what I got to do until I find something new, right? So like this school year, I feel like I came into the school year like whatever. Like it really showed that I didn't want to be here. Like I was bringing my Chromebook from home. I was bringing work from home, materials from home, bringing it to work, reading during downtime, creating a plan, because I just knew this wasn't it. But also this school year, there was a few new students that entered to the program, but this specific student looks like me. And I mean, I didn't pay it any mind because I think I was just too caught up in not being here, like, at this job. But often he always coming to the back table, coming to my desk, like, oh, Miss Douglas, like, what you reading? What you writing? Like, you got another job? You in school too? Like, whenever it was time for him to take a break, whenever it was time for him to process with someone, it was always Miss Douglas. And it wasn't until, like, I missed, like, a few days of school. And when I came back, like, he was like, yo, like, where you was at? Like, why you wasn't here? And then, like, a few of my other coworkers was like, yeah, you can't miss a day. Like, he needs you. Like, that's your guy. And that's when it really, like, hit me. Like, I'm sitting here concerned about doing individual work and making an impact, and I'm overlooking the impact I'm making right now. Right? And that's why when we do process together, when we do take our breaks together, I pour into him on a different level than the other kid. Like, he used to always misbehave and be like, yo, I hate school. I don't want to be here. I'm like, yo, bro, I hate my job. I don't want to be here either. And one day he looked at me. He was like, really? I was like, yeah. Like, we're human. Like, like, we all in this together. Moral of the story is don't get too caught up in where you want to be and overlook the impact you're making. Because it's not necessarily where you are, it's who you are, right? Like, I was too caught up in being in this clinical setting, clinical space to do individual work. But I'm doing that. I'm doing the individual work. I'm applying the same skill set. I still am setting goals with this individual to have a good day, to have a good week, And like my good sis Jasmine would say, like, reach one, teach one. That's what it's all about, right?
We catching up with Chrissy.
I also mentioned not only are we overlooking the impact that we're already making, we're also missing a lesson that has to be learned. So we'll get put in certain spaces and positions over and over and over again until we learn the lesson. And when I say position, I'm not only just talking about careers. I'm not just talking about jobs. It could be a position in someone's life that you want. I've been in situations where I wanted an individual to change, or I wanted my position in their life to change. And it was clear that it wouldn't the whole time, right? But I didn't want to look within, what am I missing? Like, what do I have to do to show you that I'm worth it? Do I need to make more money? Do I need to buy you things all the time? Like, what? And the only thing I was missing was the lesson to be learned. Step outside of yourself, and you got to really, like, be like, yo, you focused about everybody around you, focused about this individual you invested in. You ain't even that focused about yourself. Find what you love. Find what you want to do. Work hard at what you want to do. Make time for you. Stop being so available to other people. You barely available for you. But I'm saying that to say most of the situations we're in is preparing us for the future. Like I said, it's okay to be concerned about the future. It's okay to plan for the future, think about the future, but we got to be present as well. We got to have a good balance because we need to plan for the future, right? That's what brings us fulfillment, satisfaction. But we also have to be present to learn the lessons, to have gratitude in the future for where we came from. And if we too focused on the future, it can lead to anxiety and anxiousness, and you'll miss your life happening in front of you. And that's what I mean by, like, just having a healthy balance between our future selves and our present selves.
We catching up with Chrissy.
So yeah, I kind of just wanted to propose a new way to think about where we are in our lives, because we're exactly where we're meant to be. You know, you're not less than. There's just a personal lesson for you to learn. There's progression for you to make to get to that next level. And maybe someone needs you. There's an impact that you're making where you are right now. I think that we're all in this life to serve each other, to give back, to learn from. It just looks different. So you got to figure out what that looks like for you. And, you know, staying in that. And that's why I just love sharing my personal experiences, because I think it's valuable and useful to have real life scenarios and experiences behind the content and information being shared. But thank you guys for tuning in and catching a vibe with your girl. Be sure to subscribe on whatever platform it is that you're listening to, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. Like I said, it's your world, you choose. But just so you can have that ding, 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 Z whenever episode drops, you can also follow me on Instagram at Catchin Up _ Chrissy. I love you and take care.